Another GOP debate, another chance for amends to be made, futures to be decided, and if the body language isn't just right, a preview of who will be making tea times instead of speeches next November. Go to the expert in such cases to discern the winners and losers. Welcome back the body language expert and author of Red Flags, How to Spot Frenemies, Underminers, and Toxic People in Every Part of Your Life, Dr. Wendy Patrick. Dr. Patrick, always a pleasure to speak to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Likewise.
Let us get right to it here. The one thing that caught me in this that a lot of people aren't talking about, let's start with Carly Fiorina, for instance, because she is very on point. She's very tough when she answers a question. There was a lot of issues about maybe she didn't smile enough. I'll tell you, in this debate, she didn't have to smile. I thought she made some great points, and her body language to me was perfect.
It certainly was. And I got to tell you, she is so articulate. She talks a lot, which is good. It was funny that Trump actually said she was interrupting some of the other candidates. But her body language, you know, is right on the money. She is direct. She's forceful. To smile sometimes softens unnecessarily what otherwise is a very powerful message. So she really does a good job at knowing when to be lighthearted and smile and when to really be direct and forceful, which does not count for a smile. And she did that in full force last night. I think she scored a lot of points.
Okay, I just want to let everybody hear this, because if you didn't get a chance to see it, here's Carly Fiorina. She's talking about foreign policy here and really showing some great chops. Here she is.
Mr. Trump ought to know that we should not speak to people from a position of weakness. Senator Paul should know that as well. One of the reasons I've said that I would not be talking to Vladimir Putin right now, although I have met him as well, not in a green room for a show, but in a private meeting. One of the reasons I've said I wouldn't be talking to Vladimir Putin right now is because we are speaking to him from a position of weakness brought on by this administration.
Just briefly, Wendy, have we gotten past people looking at a woman and saying, oh, she's too tough, she acts like a man? Come on, she's good at what she does.
She's great at what she does. And, you know, there's always going to be some naysayers who don't believe that a woman should be that forceful, that good, that articulate. But most people really recognize she's an awfully powerful woman. She's got a great background. She's got great sound bites. And you'll notice what she did in that clip. She made a joke without smiling because it wasn't supposed to be funny, although obviously she knew that it was. That is an art. That is tough to do. You know, a lot of the other candidates couldn't pull it off as well as Carly did. So there's no reason for her to change her natural, comfortable demeanor just because somebody criticizes her for not smiling enough. You didn't hear any of the men get criticized for not smiling enough.
No, you didn't. Although one of them did get criticized here. I got 90 seconds left. 2 sound bites I want people to hear. Donald Trump. Now, here's the question. Think about this. Is he starting to rub some crowds the wrong way? Here's how he responded to Fiorina's shot.
Ronald Reagan didn't.
And Ronald Reagan walked away at Reykjavik. He walked away. He quit talking when it was time to quit talking. Can I finish with my time?
Why does she keep interrupting everybody?
Yeah.
Boy, terrible.
Yeah, I'd like to finish my response, basically.
If I may respond.
This is an important question.
Briefly, Wendy, is his act starting to wear thin with some people?
It may be with some people. What you'll notice is interesting about that clip is you get laughter, applause, turning to boos, almost as if despite themselves some nervous laughter erupted. Some people don't know how to respond to something that inappropriate. But then you saw some people really take the lead on booing that objection. All the candidates interrupt each other. Why did he pick on Carly Fiorina? That's what some people are thinking.
There's
and I don't think it helped him.
Here comes Jeb Bush, and here's what he said about Donald Trump's immigration plan.
12 million illegal immigrants. To send them back, 500,000 a month, is just not possible. And it's not embracing American values. And it would tear communities apart. And it would send a signal that we're not the kind of country that I know America is.
10 seconds, how'd he do?
He did a lot better last night than he did in the first couple of debates. He was stronger, he was more on point, and he was energized, and the morale really was rising every time he got applause like that from the audience. So it was exchanges like that, it was sound bites like that I think really contributed to his overall success last night, at least better than he did in the first couple of debates.
Briefly, Red Flags, How to Spot Frenemies, Underminers, and Toxic People in Every Part of Your Life. That is Wendy Patrick's book. Wendy, always a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon. Let's talk to you now. Who won the GOP debate? Because Newsmaxpolls.com is still open. We're going to talk about this for the next couple of days. Tell us who won the debate, and then we will talk about it with your opinions as well. The Hard Line will continue.